When you audit someone's LinkedIn profile, and what are the three mistakes that you first realize on the profile? Hi, Vartika.
Hi Kaushik, how are you?
Yeah, all good. Thank you for accepting my request to share your
No, it's
insights.
fine. It's an honor to be on the podcast.
And I've already given a quick introduction about you and the incredible work that you are doing to
So
build a
much.
personal branding and to help the founders to understand the LinkedIn importance.
Thank you so much.
And I'm also sure this discussion can be a good help for my audience to understand how to optimize the LinkedIn profile and how online credibility can give us the good opportunities and much more things. I
Definitely.
have prepared few questions so that we can discuss. Could you quickly introduce yourself so that our audience can understand how you are
Yeah,
going to run the
sure.
LinkedIn?
Okay, so Kaushik, I am Vertika, as you know. I'm a personal branding strategist on LinkedIn, and I currently work with founders and professionals. I help them build their personal brand on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And actually, I'm a BCom honors graduate. So right after college, I started preparing for government exams. But that didn't go as planned. Like there are multiple factors. Only knowledge cannot be the factor for the selection. So
Yes.
after giving a few attempts, I was at these crossroads at whether I should give another attempt or I should do something of my own. I also didn't had any work experience. I started exploring. I always wanted to do something in writing. So I started with content writing. Then I got
Okay.
introduced to LinkedIn post writing. So started exploring that. And while I was exploring post writing, I got to know about personal branding. That okay, only posting is not the part that we should focus on. There is much more to that. There is not just like you write something, you post it, and you just get off LinkedIn. No, there is so much more. So I started exploring personal branding, and here I am doing it as my bread and butter.
Yes, yes, yes. That's a great. That's a good start to get into LinkedIn and explore new things and get more opportunities on
Right.
content creation and much more. Yeah. Like also want to understand, is there any special moment that you got to know personal branding is not an optional anymore for founders or else LinkedIn
Okay,
creators?
so I don't think there was a turning point as such. It was more like a realization. As I said, I came to this platform looking for opportunities. But
Yes.
I realized that the moment I started posting my own content, people started taking me more seriously. Like when I started approaching people, they were like, okay, yes, I have seen how you write. I know that you can write, so okay, I will give you opportunity. But if I don't have anything credible, I don't have anything solid to offer them, they don't even like if for example if you apply on LinkedIn, right, you use that LinkedIn easy apply format, the HR or the person that is filtering the profiles, they will get a look at your profile. So if your profile looks even a little bit more credible, they will always choose you over the other candidate. That was the moment that I realized that okay, if I started building my own personal brand, I will get more opportunities. So I started exploring that. Then I realized that okay, if I can do this for myself, I can do this for others. I can help others. So I started taking consultations. Then I started doing it. That okay, everybody doesn't have that kind of time now. Okay,
Yes.
they can do LinkedIn and they will also do their own job. There are students who are
Yes.
preparing for assignments, who are preparing for exams. There are professionals who are doing 9 to 5 jobs and they're doing side hustles and they can't build their own personal brand. There are founders running companies. There are founders running multiple companies. So
Yes.
they
Yes.
don't have that kind of time. So I
Yes.
started providing that services to them.
Yes. Yes. And with your help, they can also get a good reach on their products and services for their company.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also want to know, is there only LinkedIn you are focusing on, or else you are into Instagram?
No, currently Instagram is not my focus because
Okay.
like I started LinkedIn a few months ago only. So
Okay.
currently I'm building on LinkedIn only, but yeah, maybe in the future I will expand it to Instagram also.
Sure.
It depends on what kind of opportunities you are looking for.
Yes. Yes.
My sister, she has a jewelry brand. Okay,
Okay.
so she needs clients, she needs audience who can actually buy from her. So she is building on Instagram. I am looking for founders and professionals. So obviously, when you listen the word professional, the first thing that comes to your mind is LinkedIn. Personal branding is one thing, but the platform depends on what kind of clients you are looking for.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, I also have a friend who is into the decor business. So I have built an app for them, completely into
Okay.
development applications and websites.
Yeah. So you see that it totally depends on what kind of clientele you are looking for.
Yes, yes. And Instagram is also having a great kind of reach for all type of businesses.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Instagram is like one place for all. LinkedIn is a little more niche.
If someone asks you, LinkedIn is really relevant in today's market, and what will be your response?
I think this is actually something that I started hearing a lot since I started LinkedIn. People are like that, why you are building on LinkedIn only? Why are you not building on Instagram? You can sell there. But the thing is that LinkedIn is something that is relevant today and it will actually stay relevant a long time. Because people are not seeing LinkedIn as something they come for entertainment, they actually come with a real purpose. They're
Yes,
either looking for opportunities for their jobs, their internships, they're either looking for clients, they're looking for peers, they're looking for like potential people they can collaborate with. So LinkedIn has something that other platforms don't have, and it is intention. Everyone on LinkedIn has come with an intention. So it is definitely relevant. It will definitely stay relevant for a very, very long time. So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
building on
And
LinkedIn is not at all optional at all.
yes, yes, yes. And we need to have a proper purpose to get into LinkedIn and build the content, or else share your technical concepts, or else anything relevant to your domain.
I think when you are starting, you don't actually need a real purpose. You just need ke, okay, I need
What
to
people are
build
doing
something
here,
here.
and first we need to
Yeah, you
understand
start
what.
exploring and then you find people with the like same mindset and you start understanding this. Even my own journey, I started with one point and I came to another. So you
Yes,
don't really need, this is actually one of the reasons why people don't build LinkedIn, sorry. Because they feel that they need to have a very very clear purpose. No, you start exploring and you will find that purpose as you go.
okay, that's a nice advice that you can share with people who are really starting with LinkedIn. When you audit someone's LinkedIn profile, and what are the three mistakes that you first realize on the profile?
There are actually more than three mistakes.
Okay,
People sometimes they don't actually approach LinkedIn the right way, but it's okay. Not everybody is have the same intentions. But yeah,
yes,
I think if there are three mistakes, they have to be like first the headline. This is the first thing that people get to read about your profile even before they click on your profile. But most people just clutter it with, okay, I have this certification, I have this many clients, I have these, I have this. No, you don't need a 200 character headline. You just
okay,
need to be very, very clear about what you provide. Why a person should click on your profile. Okay, so I think that headline is very important, but people don't really take it very seriously, or they just use random like words to describe themselves. That okay, I'm a learner. I am pursuing that. You
yes,
have to say what you are doing and what you are providing. For example, when I am helping others to build their personal brand, I write that in my profile. If you are a
yes,
coder and you say that, okay, I build this for you, I will build this for you, you have
yes,
to write exactly that in your headline. You don't have to write your designation, you don't
yes,
have to write your certifications, you don't need to write your licenses, you need to write exactly what you provide. Okay, so headline is one thing. The other thing is your about section. Most people write about section as if they are writing their own personal diary. They are introducing themselves. The
yes,
thing is that people are already looking at your profile. They know what your name is. They know what you are doing. There is experience section separately. There are licenses and certification section separately. They can always refer to that for that. But when it comes to about section, you have to like it is a place where people can actually like get a glimpse of you in a very short amount of time. So what you have to do is you have to use your about section to provide to give information about yourself, that okay, these are the results that I'm providing. Again, the headline will be the smaller part, but then about section you would just like explain it a little better. You explain your process, you explain your results, and you explain, like you give them a reason to stay, and you give them how they can approach you. This is
yes.
what your about section should be about. Okay, so it
Yes.
should be very brief, very to the point. It is always better if you write in points instead of paragraphs. People
Paragraph.
write
Yes.
this personal story. Nobody is going to write like one chapter of a novel just on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
have to be very clear and very
And
precise when in
it has
what
to
section.
be readable as well, and people can
Yeah,
also understand you well with the bullet points.
yeah, definitely. So it has
Yeah.
to be very to the point, not at all repetitive, not at all very long. And the third is very important. It is featured section. A lot of people don't even realize that there is a featured section on LinkedIn. They don't use it. There are no featured sections. Even on like professional accounts, I have seen this, that they don't really use their featured section. What they have to do is they have to just pin one or two ways to approach you. For example, if you are taking one-on-one consultations, you pin that. If you have a portfolio, you pin that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And also there is one thing that people use featured section to pin the post that get maximum likes to show other people that okay, I am this much famous on LinkedIn, but that
Okay.
is not the purpose of featured section. So
Okay.
yeah, you need to use your featured section a little more consciously, a little more mindfully.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
these would be the three main mistakes that people make, and these are something that are highlighted very like initially in your profile. After seeing these things, will only be a person will go to your post, will go to your experience section and everything. But this is something that comes top of your profile.
Yes. Yes. Can we put our resume or also portfolio into our feature section?
I would say resume you should not put, because it is
Okay.
something that you send personally to someone,
Personally,
and it is very much customized to the job profile you are applying.
yes,
Okay,
exactly.
for example, if you're a college fresher, you could be applying to multiple roles. So
Yes.
I don't think that resume you should put, but if you are a coder, if you are an artist, graphic designer,
Yeah.
you should definitely put your portfolio.
Like a lot of creators start posting, but quite after a few weeks, they stop posting or else miss the consistency. And how
Hmm.
about your consistency and how often you will be posting on LinkedIn?
Actually, this is very important that a lot of people they start with a lot of enthusiasm,
Yes.
but after a certain time, they just lose that enthusiasm, they lose the motivation.
Yes.
But I think what works for me is you don't have to attach your own self worth with the post, if that makes any sense. But I've seen this that people think that okay, I am earning this much, I have this much experience, but why is my post getting only 5 likes? It will be like that in the start. You
Yes.
have to
Yes.
be a little patient, you have to explore. You have to be like okay, fine, if today my post is getting 5 likes, tomorrow it will get 10 likes, in a few days it will get 20. And likes are not the only thing that you will get out of personal branding.
Yes.
It will be not the only thing. You will get a network, you will meet people. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
for consistency you have to find other reasons to motivate yourself other than likes and comments. And when it comes to posting frequency, I think you should stick to a routine that suits you. You can't post like a LinkedIn creator if you are a professional. Okay, so if you are posting twice or thrice a week, it is more than enough for you. If you are a creator, try to make it a little more frequent. You can go to 4 or 5 times a week. That is more than enough.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
It was clear. So people can understand how often they can post and how the importance of the post and how we can get the good impressions and like so those are not much important.
Yeah.
Only
In the start, they're definitely not that important. You just have to
yes,
keep going.
yes, yes. Like what actually drives the LinkedIn growth today? Is it a niche or else posting frequency or else content quality matters to get a good reach?
I think every single thing matters. You
Yes,
can't just stick to one thing
yes.
that, okay, I will do this and it will work. No. You have to pick a niche. This is one thing that I would say that yes, you have to do.
Okay.
Otherwise, your content will, like, LinkedIn won't know whom to show your content. So, yeah, you have to pick a niche. It doesn't have to be very, very exact in the starting, but as you will go, you will understand that. And then when you are growing, you have to network with people who are in the same area, okay, same zone, who are building the same things. Like if I am a personal branding strategist, my peers are personal branding strategists and LinkedIn post writers as well. So you have to connect with them, you have to engage with their posts, you have to network with them, you have to hold conversations with them. That is one thing. And content quality is definitely one thing. You can comment on billion posts, but if your own content is not good, people won't interact with your content after a certain time. They will comment once or twice, but then they'll be like, okay, why should I even waste my time reading this person's post? So yeah, every single thing matters, and you have to like allocate time according to that.
And what kind of opportunities you got from the LinkedIn personal branding? And have you got the opportunities by reaching one-on-one or else from the post that you have posted so far?
Okay, so the opportunities actually work in a spectrum. It
Okay.
they never come from one source only. They
Yes.
come from different sources. For example, if
Different
someone
sources.
saw my post, they will connect with me and they will approach me. Okay, so this is one thing that there are people who never really like comment or like or something, but they will see my featured section and they will book a consultation call. Okay, and when you are longer in that platform, now people get to know you, what you are providing, and they do referrals as well. So there are multiple sources. If you are
Okay.
building consistently, people will get to know you and they will find a way to approach you. It you just have to make sure that reaching you is easy. That is what you have to do.
Okay. Okay. Sure. That can be definitely helpful for all the people who are looking to create content on storytelling or else their technical content on the domain related content. A one advice that you can give to a freshers who are starting to build their profile, how they can start.
If you are looking for building, just
Yeah.
start. Don't
Okay.
read too much into that. Okay, I have to pick a niche, I have to do that, I have to just start and then start exploring that what other people in this area is doing and start learning from them.
Yes. Yes.
People on LinkedIn are posting daily about what works and what doesn't. Experiment with that and you will finally understand what works for you and just go with that.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
fear too much that if I post, I won't get likes. If I post, people will think that I'm cringe. Don't think about that. Just start and whatever makes you feel passionate. If you have read a book and you think that, okay, I should share it with other people, write the review. If you have watched a movie and you think that, okay, this somehow changed the way I look at the world, share that. If you have read newspaper and you saw something, uh, share that. If you
Yes. Yes.
are, for example, I've seen this a lot in marketing. People actually pay a lot of attention to the packaging and the marketing campaigns and they post about that. So whatever works for you, whatever you feel passionate about, just start posting about that. That is
Yes.
one
Yes.
advice I would say, that just start and then figure out what works for you. But you have to make improvements on a daily basis. You can't just get complacent. You have to make sure that, okay, today I learned this and I will apply this.
Yes. Yes. Like, how will be your posting strategy? Like, creating content, you will be writing on a note, or else you will be using any kind of AI tool to start creating.
The only tools that I use Grammarly for grammar. I use
Okay.
ChatGPT for structuring, and then
Okay.
Notion for planning my content calendar. These are the
Yes.
three tools that I use. As you go
Okay.
forward, and as much as you under, for example, I don't have a lot of technical background, so I don't use any high tech tools. But if you
Yes. Yes.
understand those tools and they work for you, you can go with that. But
Yes.
otherwise, it is better to keep it simple. There are people who are actually using pen and paper to write their content strategy, and that works for them. And it is like you
Yes. Yes.
don't
Yes.
have to take a lot of pressure. It is not that difficult.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. We can
Yeah.
quickly put our thoughts on the paper or else directly on the post
Yeah.
section, I guess. To check the
Yeah.
grammar, we
Whatever
need
works for you.
before
Yeah.
posting, we can slightly check the grammar.
Even
Yeah.
people with broken grammar are posting. You are see what your opinion is, what you're trying to communicate. People should understand it. There are people who are posting in their regional languages. There are people who are posting with broken grammar. There are
Yeah.
people who are posting who are not even like writing it. They are just using graphics or like posters to communicate. So whatever works for you, it's fine. You just have to be intentional about it, and the people who connect with your content, they will find you.
Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing all these things. So this can be a good start point or else good insights so that they can build content on LinkedIn. and also focus on their personal branding. Yeah,
Thank you
thank
for
you so
having
much.
me, Kaushik.
Yes, yes, sure, sure.